welcome back to my channel. It's G from Happiness and Crafting. So today I'm just doing a little bit of organising. I've got these plastic drawers. Now I've got a little sort of like drawer unit which has got 2 drawers in it, and I keep my sort of tool and bits of sort of like larger fabrics in it. So I've just got them sort of bundled up like this, and I just stick them in as much as I can, but today I thought I'd have a little bit of a sort out, and I'm going to be using some Amazon packaging. So this is just the packaging from the like envelopes that you get. Now I've cut these to the size of my drawer. Now I'm just going to take all this out. Wait a minute. Oh look, what's that? Oh, little rose. Oh look, I got a little umbrella. Oh, I remember making those. So you never know what you're going to find. So my drawers are this size. So I'm just going to, that's just about 4 inches high, or about 11 centimetres. And sort of like lengthways, so probably about 13, 14 inches. Or what's that, about 34 centimetres. So what I'm going to do, what I have done, I've just cut this to the size that will fit into my drawers, but it's left a little bit like that. Do you know what I mean? So whatever size drawer you've got, just cut your card. So I want it to be lower, so that I can wrap things round. So this is what I'm going to be doing, wrapping the fabric round. So you've got a little bit of height here, so when you put it in, it's not going to come above your drawer, so you'll, you know, when you put it in, so you can still close your drawer. So that is what I would like to do. I've got 2 little pieces on here so that I can just slide them in, and then open the drawer and then just take out my fabric. So that was my idea for today. But the main thing I wanted to do was my tool, because I have lots of tool and I've got lots of it. And, you know, I just wanted to tidy it up. Oh, look, there's a little bit of Christmas tinsel on there. So let's put that to this side. Now I have cut a little bit off my big piece here. No, this piece. I think that's the same colour, isn't it? So I've cut a piece off, or is it that one? This one's slightly, you probably can't see it, but there's a slight difference. But I think, when I scrunch it up, I think it's the bigger one that I cut it off. So I wanted a little bit to the side, so when I roll it up, I don't have to unroll it and you know, get some more off it. So I've just cut a little section off to put in a different piece, roll up. So what I'm going to do, I've sort of folded this up. It's not easy to see. I'm going to take one of these and just wrap it around like this. So pretty simple. I'm hoping this doesn't go, you know, higher than this sort of drawer. I could probably wrap it a little bit tighter. I don't want bits of fluff in there, do we? So I just want to roll that around, and let's just see. That'd be perfect. Now I've got my little elastic band, so I'm not quite sure whether these will work, but let's just have a go. I'm standing up, so I'm probably shouting into the microphone bit. But look, that's just a little bit tidier, isn't it? This is what I want. I want it to be a little bit tidier. Do you know what I mean? They can go at the end. Doesn't really matter where they go. I've got another piece here. Now what I'm going to do with this, what I do, I just take it. When I cut it, the other thing I wanted to do is show you how I cut my tool. Because instead of just hacking bits off it, I sort of fold it up. I'm just going to go over here a minute. And then I fold it as neatly as I possibly can. Fold it again, so this is level like that. And then what I normally do, grab a pair of scissors. I'm going to probably cut about this much off and just slice that off, and then you've got sort of like a long piece. I'll put that on another bit in a minute. Do you know what I mean? So that's the easiest way of doing it without sort of hacking at it. So you've got, you know, funny old shape tool going on. That's how I sort of cut my biggest fabrics anyway. Okay guys, sorry, I'm just gonna put that out. So it's not very neat, but I want to just, I just want it to be tidy. just so I can see what I've actually got in my drawers without rifling through lots and lots of mess. So twist this. It'll probably go a little bit tighter, but for you to see me do it, it's easier, you know, like this, and just wrap that around. I suppose it's just like if you had lots of fabrics. I think you do this with fabrics, don't you? And make them all neat and tidy on your shelves. But this is just to go into the drawer. Look at that. How much tidier is that? And I've got my little elastic bands. Open that up and pop that on. So, have you guys had a little bit of a tidy up yet? It's sort of in between the Christmas and New Year. So, it's a sort of, I was going to make something, but I really do need to have a little sort out. So I thought I would do this instead. Again, oh, there's a little bit of green. I can keep that to the side. Oops, just dropped this on the floor. Then again, I was going to fold this up. You guys might already do this anyway. But I just want to sort of fold that round again. Take a little bit of this. Great way of using up your Amazon packaging as well, isn't it? So if you've got lots of sort of packaging over Christmas, I'm at that stage where it's like, oh, that's a nice box, can't throw that away. So, you know, even if it's to store stuff in the garage, but these Amazon little envelopes that you get are great for journal covers and this, because they're hard. They're not really hard and stiff, but it's just enough, you know, to keep them like this. Oh, I'm quite liking that. And then, depending on how much you got, you can colour coordinate or do what you like. I'm not sure, that one might just about, but these, if you make them, obviously cut them smaller, not half, you want it just over half. You don't want it half, you want it just over half, and then they will sort of fit in really nice. Or this one, it's folded up quite well. This is kind of bright, a bright pink. Oops. I'm not quite sure where I got this one from. I did buy a little bit of pink tulle in the UK in a market, but it was a little bit too bright. But you can colour this. Oh, that's a bit wonky at that end. That's okay, let's just wrap that round. You know, you can colour this with acrylic ink, as long as you don't wash it again, as long as it's for your journals. I think with acrylic ink, if you dye stuff with acrylic ink, it will wash out. Just so, man, that looks tidier already. Look, I've got this beautiful sort of iridescent, look at that. This is beautiful, isn't it? I'm going to just fold this round. Sorry guys, it's not the most exciting video, but I love watching videos which organise things. It always makes me want to organise and make things sort of like a little bit tidier, just to go into the new year. You know what it's like, even if it doesn't last for very long, at least you've given it a go. But I could have a little, I need a little magic fairy wand in my room, and just to sort of organise some stuff, because I got stuff in here that I really don't need. Look how pretty that is. That's a real sort of rosy colour, isn't it? Which is beautiful. So, not quite sure what to do with it. Do I just store the stuff that I don't really need, because I might want it at some point? Do I give it away? I don't really know many crafty people that I could give it away to, and I live so far away. So I'm in Portugal, I can't really send it anywhere. Oh, loving this. Little pink and pink. Actually, you'll probably get quite a few in there. What else have I got? Oh, I've got this big red. This is sort of like a winey burgundy colour, which is lovely. So again, I'm just going to fold it. This is probably going to have to go a few times. Let's see if I can do this nice and tidy. So how do you store your fabricy bits? Do you wrap them around something? Do you just fold them up? I've got some folded on my shelf, and it just, you know, they just don't stay put, do they? By the time you rummage through it to pick something out, they're a big mess. So at least I'm trying to be a little bit tidier. I've got some other drawers up on my shelf, which has got sort of like bits of lace and ribbon and bits in, so that will need a little bit of a sort out as well, because I do go rummaging through there. Good old rummage everywhere. Let's take this. Now these elastic bands are the ones that I got to do my ribbon, and they're really good. Look, they just need just a little hold in there, don't they? Oh, look at that. I need a nice little selection of tulle. So the elastic bands are the ones that I used on here. So this was the organising of the ribbon. So I'll link that down to show you that one if you've missed that video. But what have I got in here? I've got another little bit of this pink. This is pretty. I'm sure I've got some more of this somewhere. Let's just wrap this round. There we go. And I think I will probably end up being able to put a lot more stuff in my drawers. There we go. I can just slide in there. This is that dress that I've got. This is about all as I've got left of it. Do you remember I bought this? It's got the zip down it, so I might be able to, you know, I wonder if you could do that as a closure on a journal. What do you reckon? Shall see. This I'm not going to wrap round because it's got sort of like bulky bits on. This I can. This is a beautiful sort of chiffon-y one. But it's very, very shiny and silky. So let's give that a go. Let's just sort of fold this up. Like that. There we go. Nice and simple. There we are. So, have you had a lovely, lovely time? Are you resting? Are you busy? Oh, what's this? Well, they're quite nice, aren't they? I won't put those in yet. Have you been to see family and friends? Have you got a hectic? Did you have a hectic Christmas? Or a nice relaxed Christmas? Or if you don't, you know, if you don't celebrate Christmas, I'm sure you still had a nice little holiday. Right, let's just put this on here. Yes, I was going to make something today, but you know what it's like. I didn't want to get into making anything too big because I have got nowhere to put anything at the moment. It's driving me around the bend. Next thing I need to do, oh, I've got a little long bit there. Next thing I need to do is sort out my embellishments and bits and journal cards and all the envelopes and stuff that I'm making. I need to organise that a little bit better. That's not the best, is it? I might have to put 2 on here. I'll put 2 on here, I think. I don't use this that much. But I did colour this with some acrylic ink. Acrylic ink is brilliant for colouring fabrics. Look at that, love it. I think pink, it needs to go with the pink, doesn't it? All this way, this one, like that. We'll have all the tulle together. Right, what's this? This has gone on and on and on as well. I got this in the charity shop. It was like a dungarees overall-y thing, but it had so much of this fabric on it. It was lovely, but it's a very strange fabric, but I've used it and used it and used it, so it was definitely a good buy. Let's just try and fold this up as neatly as possible. Wrap this round. There we go. Perfect. Okay, look at that. We've got one drawer of loveliness in there. I'm really, really pleased with that. Let's just pop that in there. Look at that. Now, that, I don't think, that one I might have to put that into 2. But can you see, it doesn't go above this just a little bit, above the drawer. So when you put it in and out, unless I put this one at the front, we shall see. So that's one drawer done. Now, the other way that I did it before, I just rolled them up and put a piece of paper and a little paper, not a paper clip, a staple in it. I've got 3 of these. There's some more paper in there. So these are just like little bits, so I'm not quite sure whether to keep it like that. These are little bits that can do with rolling up or folding up. What do we got on here? That looks like a sort of size of a journal, doesn't it? I'm going to fold it like this. Let's just pop that out of the way. Take all these little bits off. I haven't even attempted to look at my little bits of scrap fabric. I know lots and lots of you have said pop it into little Ziploc bags, little see-through bags, little freezer bags, which is a good idea. But then where do I put the freezer bags? Do you know what I mean? There we go. It's difficult when you've got lots of stuff. If you're new to starting out crafting, be organised. Get organised first. Try and keep organised, because you can suddenly turn round and you've got a craft room, or wherever you craft, maybe in your living room, suddenly you're overflowing with lots and lots of bits and pieces. Okay, let's just pop this one. Let's wrap that around. Shall I just put that in like these? Or maybe I could. What shall we do, guys? What shall we do? Pop that on there. Then again, I can see it a little bit better like this, can't I? Because there are only little bits. So if I'm going to roll that down. What do you think? But then again, I'm going to just, I'm going to put it on here. Decisions. Made an executive decision then. There we go. Think I could get 2 on there? Probably, couldn't I? Just fold that up a little bit better. Roll that around. Pop that on. That's one. I'll use this one. Which way? Doesn't quite. Oh, it just about folds over, doesn't it? Yeah, maybe it will take less room up like this, won't it, if I put them on there. Just pop that in there. Take these. This is beautiful. I haven't used this for a long time, so I must use it. So this is a good way as well of looking to see what you've actually got, isn't it? And I have lots of bits, so let's put that on there like that. Is this going to be long enough? Just fold it in. Fold it in just once. Roll that down like that. There we go. Definitely take up less room. Let's pop a little band on there. Do you feel better when you've organised? I certainly do. I feel like I've sort of achieved something, do you know what I mean? You can look back and think, oh, that's nice and tidy. There we go. Lovely. A little bit of this one. Could have put this on with the pink actually, couldn't I? Do you know, I'm going to do that because it's the same. I'm going to take this off. There's only a little bit of this on there. Let's fold that up. See if I can get both of these onto the same one. Elastic band go. Oh, I had, me and Andy just had lunch and I had cheese and biscuits and ham and a glass of port. And I think this is the only time that you could sort of like get away with having an alcoholic sort of drink in the middle of the day over Christmas time, isn't it? But obviously Portugal is famous for the port because that's where it comes from. And their cheese and the ham is just fabulous. So we've had a lovely, lovely lunch. And we are organising things as well. Andy's busy downstairs sorting some little bits and pieces out for New Year, for the group, and some videos that I would like to do. I'm going to just take this off. I don't really need that bit. I'm going to throw that away. Oh look, I think it's a pocket. It is a pocket. Okay, we can add this to here, can't we? Let's just take this off. Little pocket. Yes, so we are trying to get some bits and pieces done for next year, which I'm hoping you will like. So it's a new start of the year, isn't it? Right, that can go in a scrappy bit. This is some velvety bits, which I kind of like, but do I keep them like this? They don't really need to be in the big fabric-y bits, do they? So let's move those over there. This I want to keep, this I want to keep, and this I want to keep. And I'll wrap those up as a smaller one, so I don't have to take that out. Okay, a little bit of this. Oh, this is nice and soft. These things, like the tulle and this, I don't know where I got this from. I really don't. But it is so pretty and so soft, and it just makes wonderful little shabby embellishments to add, and little bits to go onto envelopes and journal cards and stuff. Right, this is the last piece of card that I've cut, so I will need to make some more. So I will stop doing this little bit and get my other bits and pieces out. Oh, but I'm so pleased with that, really am. I think that's quite small, so that can squeeze in there with that. And these are more of the sort of lacy bits. I do have another lacy bit in here, which is lovely, isn't it? Which I probably, what do you reckon? I don't have anything. I need to cut some more, so that can stay in there. That's another little bit. That's too small to go in there. I have got this, which is, let's take that paper bit off. It's a little bit. This is beautiful. Look at that. Isn't that lovely? This needs to just wrap around a piece of card. I have got some little leftover bits here, which I think it will probably go on this piece, won't it? And wrap it round. Yes, so great way to use up all your card. Just wrap everything around a piece of card and pop it in a drawer. Great answer to organising. Let's see, let's put that on. I am going to make, probably in the new year, because I've ordered some more of the cards of this chipboard. I've ordered the 12 by 12 sheets, and I want to make some, I've got a shelf unit, IKEA shelf unit, with the shelves are about 10 inches, 12 inches. But I want to make little, like, things like this, but with a smaller bit at the front. Little, well, I can pull them out. And I'm going to pop my fabrics, my fabric scraps in those. So I can probably fit about maybe 6 along my shelf. I want them to be so big. I don't want them to be too small. And then I was trying to sort of like colour coordinate them. So I've got a couple of these. Let me just show you. Which is these, which I made the these little boxes out of. So that's the next thing, but I don't have enough. I've only got 2 of these, so they'll be maybe a little bit shorter. I might be able to have a little overlap on the shelf, but I think I'm going to be making some of those, which will be really simple to make. The same way as we made these, which were really, really easy, and then I can cover them with some fabric. You can cover them with wallpaper or, you know, wrapping paper. It doesn't have to be digital papers, but that's my idea. And then I'll have one shelf which has got different colour scraps in, I think that's what I want to do. Right, I'm going to just pop these away. I'll be back with my other drawers in a second. Okay, so I've got my other 2 drawers out. This one is in a set of 3 drawers. So it is a little bit thinner than these ones, but can you see I've just got lots of stuff that needs sorting. Okay, I'm going to sit down. Let me have a little sit down. I've cut this. Let me just, do I need to move my camera? No, that's okay, isn't it? Right, I've cut these. They're not quite accurately accurate, but I'm just thinking they could just sit in here if I just wind some stuff around each one, because look, I've got bits in here. I've got lots of bits, and I just thought I do have some of these in my laces anyway. These are sort of like spare bits that if I need them. So I'm just going to wrap around like this. See if I can sort of like store them in lengths along here, if you know what I mean. Because rummaging through this is a bit of a nightmare. Like that. And then on this one, I wrapped this one around the paper bits as well. That's what I did. I can't remember, I did that a while ago now. But they still sort of like all loose around in the drawer. So let's put that on. Let me get me lovely little elastic bands, which I think I need to go and get some more of these. They're like €1. They're really, really cheap. Let's just pop that on there. Just on me, as long as I don't make it too thick, it should be okay. So this is my exciting bit of organising. I do like, once I get an idea of organising, I do like sort of like doing it and then seeing the outcome, the finished bit, which is lovely. But it's sort of like I said, in between Christmas and New Year, I just wanted to have a little bit of organising, get a few bits done. I haven't been anywhere, actually, tell you the truth. I haven't been anywhere at all. I don't really want to go out. We've had dreadful weather. It's absolutely beautiful today. So we've got lots and lots of washing outside in the garden. So that's exciting, isn't it? But yeah, we haven't been anywhere. Oopsie daisy. If I go out, all I do is spend money, and at the moment I really can't afford to spend anything. There we go. Do you think that will slot in like that? Or do you think that would be in? Oh no, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. What's this one? That's a lovely little bit, but it doesn't really go, oops, with that. Could do with another, no, there's a little bit of white in there. This is kind of nice, isn't it? This is really soft. Look, that's gold on there. I feel like I'm very far away. I'm not quite sure, but it's only because I have the camera normally right on top of me. So it does feel like I'm a little bit further away today. But I wanted you to sort of see my desk a little bit better. I think I might, I've got my sewing machine on my other desk, sort of to this side, just next to me. I might actually bring it over again onto my desk because I haven't done any sewing for a long time. So I might bring that over onto my desk a little bit. We shall see. Okay, that can go on there. That's good. I've got 2 lots of these. Let's just take this paper off. Take this. This is so pretty. It's a really nice violet, not violet, lavender colour. It really is pretty. Oops. But I've got an awful lot of it. I think I've got some in my little ribbon ones at the top there as well. I want to be able to go into my drawers. Do you know what I mean? So you open your drawer up and you can see this. So you can see what's on in there and what you've got. As long as it sort of like all goes in here. I'm not really too bothered about colour coordinating at the moment. Oh look, I've got another one in here. Gosh. Don't know where that one, and another one. How much of that did I get? Well, I think it's all going to have to go onto this little piece here, isn't it? I might keep that as a spare in there, but all of these pieces can go on here. I'll keep one of the drawers with stuff that's still wrapped up, I think. Oh look, and I got another bit of that. See, I don't know what I've got. I don't know what I've got. It's all in here. Wrapped up, not being able to see it. And then you go and buy the same thing again. I think I must have just bought all 4 at the same time because I don't think I would have bought this again and again. But you never know. This is the chipboard. This isn't the Amazon packaging, this is the chipboard because it's a little bit more substantial than the Amazon packaging for wrapping these around because I didn't want it to sort of like bend in the middle. So this is a little bit better. So, yeah, sorry guys, it's not the most exciting video today, is it? But it's one that needs to be done. And I thought I'd bring you along with me anyway. So you can see what I'm doing, have a little chat. Not that I've got really a lot to talk about because we haven't really done anything. What have we done? Eat, drink, watch TV, Christmas movies, washing, oh, just the general. Nice chat with my daughter on the phone nearly every day, which is lovely, and my granddaughters. And my son and his girlfriend are in the UK. I think they want to come over next year for Christmas. So let's see, I might have a busy Christmas next year. So that's those. That's a little bit of velvet, so that can go my little velvet one. What's this? Let's take these, recycle these. This could actually go in my one which I've got all my boho-y ones on. Let's see, will I wrap this around? I've got a big box of boho-y stuff as well, which I could do with sorting out. Actually, I've got one of those tall IKEA things, and they've got big plastic containers in. It sort of have 5. I don't know whether you've seen them. I don't know what it's called. But I don't really use it, and I've just got loads of stuff in it. One of them's full of Christmassy bits. Oops. That I use in journals and stuff. That can go in with the boho-y stuff in a minute. So I wonder whether that's worth sorting out. Oh, too much sorting out. This is pretty. Right, I got one more of these because I only did 3. So let's just wrap this around. Now I think this is the easiest way of storing stuff, and it's easy to do as well. Bits of cardboard and wrapping it around. It's nothing fancy, is it? But it's pretty good, I think. I think this is, doesn't matter how many times you try and organise and store stuff, you always end up going back to winding things around a piece of card. I do anyway. This is why I'm in a bit of a dilemma with my scrappy fabricy bits. So I think they just need to be in pots, but I'm a visual person, so I need to be able to see what is there, if you know what I mean. Oh, this can go on there. Because when it's in drawers and stuff, I always forget about it. This has all got bits and pieces on. So, are you a visual person? Do you need to see what you've got? Or can you remember what you've got in your drawers? Or your little cupboards and stuff? I can't remember. Let's take this cotton off there. But I like to see all my stuff. I like to see what I've got. It inspires me when I see what's in my room, doesn't it? Especially if you've got sort of like colourful, shabby bits. I love my shabby pin boards. I'm absolutely loving that. I'm really tempted to make another one. Get another picture frame. There we go, look at that. See, nice and colourful. What else do we put on that? This has got that sort of, we could just have a mix of ribbon, but I do have this one in here. I think this one was from my mother-in-law, gave me this one. Look at that, let's pop this on there. I've got lots of threads everywhere. Let's pop this one on. Like that. Nice, pretty ones. Oops. There we go. I need another shelf. I've got lots of stuff. Lots of resin stuff as well now. So I need a little sort of shelf bit for that. So I seem to be accumulating lots of stuff from Let's Resin. Look at that. Fabulous. Love them. Could probably fit another little bit in between there if I sort of like push this over a little bit. There we go. I could wrap another. This I'm not going to wrap around because this is sort of like that lovely chiffony fabricy one. I got this from Temu actually. And that goes into here. This is one that I've used, so maybe I'll put that. I'll pop that in there for now anyway. Can you see I've got lots of bits in here which need sorting out. That could probably go in my other drawer. But it's lots of organising. Well, what's this bit? Maybe I could fit this bit. Do you reckon that's going to be too big for on here? Let's just try. Let's just fill this in. I don't have any more, but I think I'll cut some more of these and have another go. Oh, I've got my little glue pot. This is what I was going to show you. I don't know whether you saw the other day, I had this little pot and I was going to make it as a glue stand. And I did. And what I've done, because I was doing my resin yesterday, I put a load of beads in the bottom, pearls in the bottom, and put UV resin on it because I needed it to be heavy at the bottom, so it doesn't topple over, just to put my 3-in-1 glue upside down in. So I didn't want it to topple over, and then I've just popped a little bow on there and just put a little bit of ribbon around there, and that's quite heavy. So now when I put my glue in there, it's not going to fall over, and it's up the right way. So when I go to use it, I'm not shaking it for 5 minutes trying to get the glue out. So I'm quite happy with that. So I did that this morning when I was tidying up all my resin bits. I didn't do it last night, which is a bit naughty. I like to have a nice tidy desk in the morning to work on. And I didn't. I had to come in and I had lots of resiny bits on there, but it did make me do my pot, which is nice. I think this is going to be too big. I think that's wrapped around a little bit too much, but that's okay. That will be. Let's see if I can pop an elastic band around there. It's a little bit too big. Let's see. Open that up. Oh, I think that will be alright. These stretch really well. Loving these little bands. There we go. Oh, I think it's going to be too high. Oh well, you can lie down for a bit. Right, and then I got these ones which I've had for ages out of the little shop near us. So I've got this one. I've got some little white lace there. That will go in with my other velvet ribbons, if I can speak. This is little hearts. Oh, it's a little bit. I quite like the spare bits, when I see spare bits, because those go in my little scrap bit, which probably doesn't make life any easier, does it? So I'm going to double this over. I need to cut some more of that. Let's just, I think, I looked at this before and it's just plain white, so I might actually colour this. Might add a little bit of dye in there, because it looks a little bit boring white, doesn't it? So I'm going to just pop that there, take some of these out. I'm going to cut some more. Look, this is that lovely pearl. So that's lovely, that can be wrapped around. This is, I don't like these paper ones, these can come off now. That can be wrapped around. That's another little bit of velvet ribbon. This is lovely. I think this came from the charity shop. So let's just wrap that around for a minute. So I need to go and cut some more of my cardboard. This needs to go with my lace. Look how pretty that is. Just beautiful. So that needs to go in my lacy box. I haven't even attempted to look in my box of laces. I think I'm sort of easing my way through to other things, but I'm going to cut some more of my card and finish this off, and then what I will do, I will take some pictures and show you at the end. So guys, a little bit of organising today. Sorry, it's a little bit boring, but necessary. It really is necessary. So just these long pieces like that, and I have to move this one, that's just too big, that's a bit too bulky, but I think looking in the drawer I can actually see what I've got, and it will be so much easier. So there we go guys, thank you so much for joining me. Please let me know your organising tips, because it will be really handy for everybody to know as well. And do pop them into the Facebook group if you're in the Facebook group. Details are down below. And little tips would be fantastic. So have a fantastic rest of the day. Please take care, stay safe, and I will see you soon. All right guys, bye bye.